let's talk. We've got two topics to hit on today, and feel like they need to be spoken about. So as always, welcome to the video, and I've got two topics I'd like to hit on today. If you were watching my Q&A gaming live stream that I did the other day, there's a few questions that are left out, and there's one that I want to come back and retouch on. The question that I touched on briefly was why I actually started doing YouTube. Now I believe in the live stream, all I said was I just wanted to do it as a hobby, or I'm bored, you know, coronavirus and stuff. But as much as that's not exactly true, well, it's true. I wasn't lying to you guys, but there's more reasons behind it. So yeah, I'm bored, you know. Coronavirus has given me the revitalization of I would love to get back into doing my YouTubing, like. But well as that, I've always wanted to, you know, have YouTube as a hobby. I've always looked up to other creators. You know, you got Sunday, he's a Minecraft creator. You've got Jacksepticeye, who now does absolutely everything. He's just a weapon of mass destruction on YouTube. And then you've got PewDiePie, you know, Markiplier, all those types of people I have been watching since, like, I can remember me watching and starting YouTube. So I really looked up to them, and I loved what they were doing on the channel, and I wanted to do that for myself. I wanted to bring joy. I wanted to make, you know, people's lives not better, but just bring a little bit of joy into their day, because you never know. People can need it, the same as I need, you know, a joyous thing in a shitty day, and that's why I go to YouTube. I watch Jacksepticeye, I watch Markiplier, I watch Sunday. You know, it just gives me something to look forward to, and it gives me something to come back to from having a shitty day, to give me a laugh here and there. You know, even KSI, now that he's actually started to posting, yeah, it's great. But yeah, that's I just wanted to touch on that a little bit further than what I did the last time. But second question, which I didn't touch on, I didn't even write on my list because I did want to make a video on it, is how do I know what to do on this? How do I know where to start? And to that, there's a really simple answer to that, and there's a really complicated answer. The first step to doing YouTube is simply just taking that first leap to put a video out, to make a stream. You know, it's not hard to get your foot in the door, but it's everything that comes after that. So I put my first video out 3-4 years ago, and then I posted 2 more times after that. They were just vlogs, no gaming, and then I couldn't post anything more. That was for 2 reasons. First reason being, I was still in school. I still had shit to do. You know, I still was playing soccer at that point. There's a lot of stuff happening. The second reason was because my computer broke. I literally couldn't make videos. Didn't have a decent quality camera, which I still don't, as you can see. Like, I'm sure this is coming up in the recording. I keep freezing every now and then. I don't have a great setup. I'm happy to admit that, but I also know that you don't need a great setup to start. But getting that first initial video or first initial stream is literally the first step you need to take. Possibly a little bit of research beforehand, you know, just try and figure out, you know, what's good strategies, what's good tactics, you know, try and make it so it's your own thing as well. Don't just try and copy someone else. Of course, if you're doing gaming, you're gonna probably play the same games as other people, which is completely fine, mind you. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. But make it your own. You know, like, put a little twist on it that's you. Like, I'm Australian, so there's probably a little bit more swearing in it. There's a little bit more friendly banter than what you'll probably find from someone that's from New Zealand, I guess. I don't really know. Jacksepticeye would probably be the closest, or even the Sidemen. That they have great banner between them. But yeah, the first step that you need to take in becoming a YouTuber, streamer, Twitcher, whatever you're posting, Facebook, if you want to stream on Facebook or post your videos on Facebook, it's literally just getting your foot in the door, posting the first video, posting the first stream, and definitely do your research. Like, before I posted my first video, and I probably did a solid 10-15 hours of research. And that's not researching on, you know, tactics or, you know, what's the best way to get viewers, because I'm going to be honest with you, there's no tactics involved. Of course there's, you know, clickbait, you know, you can clickbait people into it, but I wouldn't really say that there's a set tactic to get viewers. And there's some people that say that there is, there's some people that say there isn't. But I think, personally, if you're willing to make an effort, if you're willing to be semi-consistent, you don't have to be the most consistent person out there when you're starting. Because, let's be realistic, I'm not consistent. I know that. When I posted a video on like Sunday or Monday, and it's now Thursday. I've done one stream in between that, which isn't bad. Like, it's not like I've just disappeared for a week kind of thing. But like, I could definitely be better. I know this. And that's another thing, is you need to know what you're doing. And if someone comes up to you and says, you're doing this wrong, don't take that to heart. You need to listen to the people that are your critics, because if you don't, you're just not gonna get anywhere. Another thing I want to touch on is knowing your equipment and knowing the next steps to be taking to better what your viewers are seeing. So, to put that in a more simpler term, I guess, or a better term of understanding it, know how to fix your mic or buy a new one that is much better than and higher quality. So, for instance, I went and bought a new mic, which is the Stadium Pro. Comes in with a built pop filter and whatnot. It just sits on my desk at the moment. I'm going to get a boom arm for it soon. But knowing your equipment is probably the best thing. Oh, pardon me. Probably the best thing that you can do for your stream. I have probably done a solid 5 hours on researching what works with this mic, the best way to use the mic, and also knowing compression, knowing your filters that you can put on it, knowing your EQ, knowing all of these things to make you sound clearer. And for instance, I never had a noise compressor on this, so you could hear my fan, you could hear me clicking, but when I go quiet, I was just clicking my keyboard and I was just clicking my mouse, and you can't hear anything because I have a noise suppression. That stuff actually makes a difference. And as much as it can be tedious and it can be an annoyance sometimes, you need to do it. It shows you're putting in the effort. It shows that you actually care about your viewers. So that's massive. Your audio is massive because not everyone actually watches your videos anymore. It's some people put it in the background and they just have you in the background listening, which is completely fine as well. There's nothing wrong with that. You're still getting your views, and they're still getting what they want. So there's really nothing wrong with that. So you need audio, obviously, that is not going to kill your viewers. Second thing, you don't need one of these. You don't need a face cam. I did it because I wanted to, and that was completely it. Many people that you will go and do a little bit of research on actually will tell you that they wish that they never had a face cam on, because it's so different, because you actually have to be representable. Now, I personally don't care. Like, look at me right now. I've got this mop of a hair on, you know, it's not even normally sitting like this, but I don't care. I'm wearing my old Milwaukee shirt. Like, I don't really care about how I look as much as I probably should care a little bit more. But when you don't have a face cam, you can sit here butt ass naked and no one would know. You can play games butt ass naked, nobody would know. You can wear anything you want. You can look like you just woken up and nobody will know. As long as your content is good and as long as your audio is good, that's all you need. You don't need anything fancy. But if you do want to get a face cam, or just going straight to upgrading a camera, like, I'm still using my phone. This is what you're watching right now, is a wireless connection between my phone and the computer, which probably why it does this laggy every now and then. But this is just my phone, and it's not one of the new ones. It's like a 4-year-old phone. So take that as you will, but I can assure you, you don't need no special camera to start off. The only thing I've done for my camera to make it look better, 2 things. One, I got a tripod, so it's not just leaning on something on my desk. Like, if you watch the video of the unboxing of my tripod and this bad boy, you would see that I was using this is what I was using when I first started. A selfie stick with an extending pole and a tripod that I got from eBay for $5. The tripod itself is $3 with $2 shipping. Like, you don't need a whole lot. Like, yeah, this was a shit setup, mind you. This sat on the floor, and this had to lean up against my desk just to stabilize it enough where it wouldn't fall over. And if it got a little touch or anything, it would go ass up. But I didn't care because it worked. Now I have a $30 tripod and light. Like, yeah, it's a massive upgrade from this, and I'm very happy I got it. But I didn't need it. But the one thing that I did need, which has actually made a massive difference on the quality of my camera, is a light. If you go to anyone, they would tell you that a camera isn't good if it has no light source. So I've got 2 light sources. I've got my regular lights, which are behind me. They're kind of like this way. Actually, I'll just show you. See how they're behind me up here? So that's why I've positioned my desk over here, because I've got the lights behind me, which gives you this effect here, so it makes my face and hair look fuller. And I've got a light directly behind the camera, like directly behind the camera, as you can see, which lights this up. So before upgrading a camera or going out and buying a $200 camera, get some lights. just get a light that will make you more prominent, and you don't need hot lights behind you. It's just a nice touch. I don't really know if there's anything else to cover. First step, just post. Doesn't matter if it's a 5-minute video, it doesn't matter if it's a half-an-hour video. You don't need to know what you're doing when you start. I still don't know what I'm doing, and I've done a shitload of research, but you just need to start. That's literally all it is. It's a learning curve. I'm still going to be learning for the next bloody 6 to 12 months on just what to do with myself while on camera. From there on, like, who knows? But also, I just want to reinforce, if you are going to start streaming, posting on YouTube, anything of that, don't think of it as a job. Okay? There is a very small amount of people that can pay rent week in, week out, month to month by doing YouTube or by streaming on Twitch. This is not your job until you can make it into a job. Okay? This is a hobby. This is my hobby. I am purely using this as a hobby. Don't think about the money. Don't think about the reviews. Don't think about any of that until it actually makes sense to do it. Now, don't get me wrong, I still get excited when I get 30 views on a video. I'm still excited when we did that stream the other day, or actually it was like last week, and we got over 200 views. I was ecstatic. I was over the moon. That's the highest video or stream I've done since revamping this channel, and that is absolutely amazing to me. I have never been so excited about something in my life, but that doesn't mean that I'm now just the best YouTuber I can slack off. You need to put effort into it. But yeah, I think that's all. If there's any more questions or anything else, leave them down in the comment section below, and be sure to hit the like button. And if you are new around here, make sure you go down, smash that subscribe button for me, and hit the little bell so you know when I post. But until the next video, thank you very much for joining, and just remember, I'm not a professional. This is just my my thoughts and what I've done. So go do your own research. Go check out other people's channels. Personally, Harris Heller is the biggest person I've looked up to this last couple of months of my research. Definitely go check him out. I can't recommend him enough to people that are just starting out. He's got some of the most helpful videos that you will ever see. And frankly, he's easily one of the better streamers, YouTubers for this kind of stuff. But yeah, until next time, see you then.